Okay, so Mario, here in Medellin, Colombia, having coffee in a bowl and pondering. Pondering. I think this is what creative people do. This is why they're so fucking self-absorbed. Their minds take them off and they start pondering shit. Like me, I like ponder shit. Imagine if you're my woman, you look over at me and I'm pondering. I remember people used to say, I could just see that mind of yours working. I could just see it rolling along. You are in that mode. Your mind is rolling. And she was right. Today I'm in that mode. I'm pondering. I'm pondering because I had a wonderful medical career, you guys. I did it the way I wanted to. I was kind to people. I tried to treat you like you were family. Indeed, it was a metaphysical experience for me. When I got that call in the middle of the night, what happened is that my persona, my internal whatever, made me think that you were coming there specifically to see me. That God put us both in this place at this time, in this place. You were here in this emergency with your child, and you were sent to see me, specifically at that time, at that place. And I could recognize in the consciousness of it all my role. Now, you may not recognize this in a physician or what's going in their mind, and I don't know what goes through the mind of other physicians, but for me, I began to wonder when I got those calls at night, who were you and why were you sent to me? And then I wanted to do my best for you. I always wanted to do my best for you. My father told me when I was in medical school, my father, who was a physician, he said, son, when the most boring aspects of something inspire you, that's your shit. Well, you know what I found out about me? I love patient education. I took it personally. I enjoy teaching parents about the care of their children. I just do. It's a boring thing, but I love it. And I also don't mind crying children. I mean, like if they're right in your ear constantly. But other than that, I can kind of tune it in or out or whatever. I hear it and feel it, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Sometimes I would do weird shit to you guys. I can't explain it to you because I would feel it. I would feel a connection to that child in that parent's arms. I'm telling you. And I would be thinking to myself, you know that I'm a friend. That's what I would be thinking. Sometimes children would quiet in my presence and get calm in my presence, And I've had parents tell me, you're different. I've had parents tell me that in different languages too. That's beautiful. Part of the reason that I enjoyed working for Kaiser. For the most part, I never had to worry about money or anything. I could do whatever I wanted. I could spend, I could do tests, I could do whatever I needed to do for my patients, whatever I needed to do. And I could give them personalized service. Personal. I'm pondering today because medicine affected me in a wonderful way, you guys. Indeed, it's probably my best side. There's the old womanizer side of Mario. There's the side that's so confrontational at times. But there's the other side. I learned something about me that I really, really, really liked. I'm capable of loving strangers. Do you know that? I'm capable of loving strangers. And in the practice of medicine, your life mattered to me. What I did for you, it mattered to me. And it affected me long after we had gone home. Those of you who know me well know I rarely talk about what happens at the hospital. Rarely. Those who know me well have heard, they hear stories about what happened 20, 30 years ago. But medicine is one of those wonderful professions where you are affected daily, always. And you should be affected. And that effect, the way that it affects you is both wonderful and scary. But you should be affected. That is the beauty and the joy of medicine. See, and for me, the joy and pleasure of caring for those children who I affectionately call my children, my babies. It was infants. It was infants who got me into pediatrics. I've always been fascinated with babies. I think I am fascinated with birth, which gets back to my fascination with God. It's impossible. Let me just tell you guys. It's impossible to be in a room full of newborn babies and not be affected. Let me tell you, at the end of my shift, I had to do newborn physicals. So I would go to the nursery to do the physicals. Standing in that group of newborn babies, I would just sit there and smile. You know, when I did the physicals, I would talk to them and laugh. The nurses used to tease me, Dr. Hemsley. I would say, "Good morning, child. Welcome to the world. Glad to see you here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, loving life. Today you get your physical. The first shit you don't want, but get used to it." I used to talk to those infants. That affected me, you guys, in ways that are profound and wonderful. So I'm Mario Hemsley here in Medellin. This is what I do, weird ass SOB. Having a bowl, cup of coffee, and pondering over the wonderful blessing that has been my life's journey. Just pondering.